So, me and my girlfriend got in a bit of an argument today because she found out that her sister had been arrested for stealing multiple shoes from the store she worked at. Now, mind you, I'm not going to list the store or anything like that, but now, mind you, what got us into the argument wasn't the idea in and of itself that she should be punished for stealing of shoes. What got us into the argument was another story of a co-worker or something getting this was a friend of theirs, friend's friend, whatever, and a friend's friend stole DVDs or something from Walmart, I don't know, but the point is that so they steal a bunch of stuff from Walmart, and they knew about it. They knew about it the first time he did it and didn't say anything. And just after a while it accumulated, and then finally he left the store in handcuffs. That's conspiracy. That is conspiracy to undermine somebody because, you know, they could have just stopped him the first time and said, hey, you know, you stole from the store, either we'll fire you or we'll threaten to fire you if you do it again, whichever, and leave it at that. Then if he steals again, you fire him, and that be that, right? But no, apparently my girlfriend thinks that they're in the right for what they did in conspiring to have this guy arrested, to make it out like he did more damage than he actually did. The way I look at it is that if they're doing it on purpose to make it look like he's like this thieving mastermind, this criminal underground crime lord, because he stole this many thousands of dollars in stuff when they could have prevented it the first time around, and then he wouldn't have stolen thousands of dollars worth of stuff. The fact is, had you brought it to his attention, he would have been like, oh shit, they caught me. I guess I won't do that anymore. So, you know, they escalate these things on purpose to criminalize people, and that's why we have a 30% prison rating, or at least the United States does, and that's why, you know, things are the way they are. And, it just gets me that so many people are just completely okay with that. And, you know, the point here isn't whether or not stealing is wrong. To me, that's not the point here. The point here is, why do we pay so much attention to punishing the little guy, to punishing the petty criminal? Because that's really what it comes down to. It's pettiness. It's pettiness to steal DVDs from Walmart. It's pettiness to steal shoes from a shoe store. It's pettiness to steal anything from anywhere. It's menial. It's just unnecessary. And meanwhile, those people are the ones getting vehemently punished for what the stores could have easily prevented in the first place. Had the stores just done their responsibility and pointed it out, it wouldn't have happened. But meanwhile, the very institutions that condemn these thieves are stealing the labor of the third world and first world alike, and are generally polluting and destroying our planet and doing multitudes of damage beyond any scope of any single theft or murder or arson or rape or whatever. There is nothing that the individual can do that the capital cannot do 10,000 times over, is what I'm saying. But meanwhile, we're not going to demonize that. We're not going to demonize the capital, even though that's what's actually causing the damage, both to humanity, both to society, to the general living standard. The very fact, the reason people get cancer and go through stress and have depression and kill themselves and everything is through capital. It is through the very institutions that we've surrounded ourselves with. But meanwhile, we're placing all the blame on these petty criminals that, while they're doing something wrong, are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. And that's what upsets me. And apparently she's not very happy with that. She's not very happy with the fact that I'm taking side with her sister and suggesting that while she did do something wrong, they should have just fired her and be done with it. But no, they're going to take this to court and everything, and not only is she going to have trouble finding a job in the future, but now she might have to do a few months in prison or something like that, and that's just unnecessary. That's just excessive force, because her life is already going to be a hardship from her crime, which is this big in comparison to what the very company she was working for did in comparison. But nobody seems to care, and that's what gets me. Not the fact that I'm saying that it's okay to steal. I guess in hindsight it is compared to what we're up against, but it's just I'm all alone in this. Because apparently her parents agree with her, my parents agree with her, everybody thinks fascism is just fine and dandy. So, if you agree or disagree, leave a comment in the comments section. Make a video reply. Tell me what you think. I know my haters are going to be all over this and making all kinds of shit videos, but let me put it to you this way. I believe that the law should always stand on the side of mercy and the presumption of innocence. That if nothing else, and nowhere else in life but in the court of law, they will always assume that you are innocent of any charge, and that they will always give you the most lenient sentencing humanly possible. That is how we should build our government. That is how we should build our society. Because we cannot rely on people to do that. People will always conspire against you. People will always be biased towards you. Whatever you do will never be good enough, and whatever bad you do will always be huge and monstrous, but meanwhile somebody else's bad will be completely ignored. It's always you that will be the victim, and that's the reality of it, and that's why we need a government that we can trust, that we can count on to protect our civil liberties when we know goddamn well nobody else will do it for us. So, tell me what you think. I guess that's